Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Ted Lasso. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching some more of Ted Lasso. I am starting season 3. I have 9 days before season 3 is done. And it might be actually the final season period. So I am going to try to binge watch as many episodes as I possibly can, which I will tell you is emotionally taxing. It is so draining, yet so uplifting. I absolutely love and adore the show. I love and adore Ted, Beard, Rebecca, Keeley, Roy, Jamie, Isaac, Paul. Like, there are so many people. Like Higgins. How could I put Higgins so far down on the list? He is such a delight. But I will say that the end of last season really, I think it would be a little easy to just go right into and lean into. I hate Nate. I hate the betrayal. I hate that he's a complete traitor. Anyone who sides with Rupert is anything but a class act. But at the same time, like, we saw Nate at a very low point, and he didn't really know how to handle his success. And what he's looking for the entire time is, someone to believe in him, someone to give him an attaboy, someone to be there for him, to be supportive of him, because we've saw it with his father. His father was not offering him kudos at all. As a matter of fact, he almost shamed him for it. And I feel bad for Nate because he started getting all of this love from Ted and from Beard. And then they kind of had things happen in their life. Like they couldn't make Nate a main focus of their life. You had Beard that's dealing with, we kind of saw in his episode a little bit, that not only with Jane, but kind of struggling with doing what he wanted to do and coaching the way he wanted to coach during the game that they lost at Wembley. There were a lot of things that he was struggling with. And, we see Ted obviously struggling with his divorce, struggling with being away from his son, struggling with his father's suicide, and dealing with all the emotions and the panic attacks that he has. He had a lot on his plate, and to then shoulder Nate's burdens and troubles and worries, that's asking a lot. And of course, Nate doesn't know all of these things. All he knows is that the support system that he had faded. And it went away and kind of left him in the cold. And I do feel bad for him. And you see that like if Rupert's offering him an attaboy, he's like, yes, give me more. And you saw how quickly he went from just being in Keeley's presence, and when she starts talking him up and really saying good things about him, that he's I yes, tell me more. He needed that attention. He needed that validation or reassurance or just compliments or something that made him feel good. And of course, he went too far and kissed her, but the rejection that he felt from her, when he goes into the dressing room and he has, he's staring at himself in the mirror and he has that big tear that rolls down his face and then he immediately spits into the mirror. He's almost shaming himself for having emotions. That's what makes me feel sad for Nate, is those moments where he's truly raw and vulnerable and you see that he's just wounded and he's not handling it mature. He for him to say that Ted abandoned him is just, that's how he feels, but that's not what Ted did. His feelings are valid. The way he handled it is not. Tearing up the sign, he does things out of anger and to be mean and to hurt. The thing that he said to Colin, how he treated Will, tearing up the sign because he knew that would hurt Ted. He wants to wound people because he feels wounded. And does that mean that I think that Nate's still a good person? I don't know. I think that it's always in there. And do I think he's going to have this redemptive arc? I don't know. I hope so. Do I want him back on my team? No. You get to reject us once. Then you're done. You don't get to come back after, treating everyone shitty unless he had a really good apology because, Jamie came back. Higgins, Rebecca, begged Higgins to come back. Well, I guess it wasn't begging, but her going to his house and being a human being to him was enough for him to come back. But I don't think we need Nate back on our team. I feel like he's toxic, and I feel like, I would love to see him succeed. Just not on our team. I don't think so. Mm-mm. Now, Keely and Roy, they seemed like they were in such a great place. And then you kind of started seeing the cracks of Roy not giving her space. And he always learns a lesson and he always changes his behavior. And I love that about Roy. When you know something is affecting somebody negatively, if you love them and you care about them, you don't do it anymore. You do something different. Or if you at least own the thing that you're doing, that maybe you didn't even realize it, but once you do, you're like, oh yeah, I can stop that. No big deal. Roy's really good at that. But, we saw him flirting with the teacher. I guess he wasn't flirting with the teacher and she wasn't technically flirting with him, but they were definitely having a moment. And I like her. I like her a lot. Do I like her as much as Keely? No. Do I think she's a better match for Roy? Maybe. I don't necessarily think two people being exactly alike are a good thing. I was thinking Keely and Jamie made a great couple because they're both fashion forward and, they've got that youth factor. But I definitely like when you kind of see opposites attract and grow together. And I think that opposites attracted in Keely and Roy and they're growing apart. And that can happen and that's okay. Not everything is meant to last for forever. As long as you had a good influence on each other, I think that that's great. Now, the 6-week vacation that he got her without really being hey, can you take 6 weeks to go on vacation with me? I don't think that was wise on his part. And she's starting her new career and this is an exciting time for her. And I'm excited for her. Just Rebecca was very sad to lose her, but was equally excited for her to move on. I hope that is thriving when we start this season. Sometimes I don't know where it's gonna go, and I keep saying it subverts expectations, which it does. So it's I'm not trying to predict anything by any means, just telling you how I feel about how the other season ended. I would like to see Rebecca and Sam maybe figuring out what's going on there. They don't necessarily even have to be a couple. They don't have to be in love. They can just decide to be friends that had a moment. That's completely fine. Again, the age difference, it's a big deal for me because I have nephews that are that age. And so I'm no. But I again, love is love, if it's not hurting anybody, it's not illegal and both parties are consenting. Rock on. I can judge from afar, but you know what? My judgment doesn't matter. Not that I don't want to be a jerk and be not that I care, but I would really hope that Beard starts feeling better about himself. It seemed like he was really having a low point in that particular episode. It was not my favorite episode because of the weird darkness that had happened. I just didn't expect it after all the emotion in the previous episode, but he's definitely struggling with self-worth and value, it seemed, from the way the commentators were talking about him during that. It's just just I hate Coach Beard and something I wish he were dead or something like that. It was very intense and that's all happening in his mind. And I hope he figures that out because the fact that he tolerates Jane's behavior and she is as toxic as she is, I mean, I don't really see longevity there, especially the constant breaking up with each other thing. It's just a lot. That's not healthy. I wish him healthy relationships. Just one solid, healthy relationship. He probably wouldn't know what to do with it, but I want that for him. I hope Will is thriving, not having Nate around, that he's happy and that he's not having to walk on eggshells or fearing that he's going to get something thrown at him or a snarl or a snap. And, I want to see Jamie being Jamie. It's so funny how I was oh my God, I can't stand this kid. And now I'm just I love him. I adore him. I want to protect him. I want to throw a punch if I see his father. Um, I'm I'm ready to fight for Jamie Tart. And it seems like every season kind of has a focus on certain characters. I know Sam was a big focus, and him possibly going to another team in Casablanca, and then he buys the restaurant. I'm excited for that. That he's gonna have like his home country food, like in London. And like just I'm excited for his culture to like infiltrate and people to enjoy his culture. I don't know if that guy is going to be back after he was like, strangling a mannequin and defecating on it. And although I will say his assistant that does the handshake doing the hilarious, hilarious. It shouldn't have been that funny, but it was. And now I'm interested in Ted. Now the therapist is gone and she left in amazing fashion, very Goodwill Hunting style. I loved it. But like, I want to see how he's functioning without her, and if he actually has another therapist that he sees. I don't think just a couple sessions of therapy for Ted is going to solve anything. I mean, it really needs to be lifelong therapy, I think. But definitely opening up the conversation to the world about mental health and sports, I think is not only brilliant for Ted to do that for, not only the people on the team, but, sports in general. But I think just anyone watching the show and hearing that and realizing the amount of pressure that's on people in sports, and everyone's like, oh, it's just a game. It's not. It's life for a lot of these people, and the people playing, like they are part of an organization where other people work and they have families, and like so there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of stress in these situations to do well, especially being promoted in soccer. There's more money coming to the club that way. Um Speaking of money, and I was going to say United Ham. What what is it? West Ham United. United Ham. Where we bring ham together. If you're happy and you know it, clamp your hams. Sorry. That was a card in the Hallmark store that I read, and it was like three pigs that were clamped together, and it just said, if you're happy and you know it, clamp your hams. And I was cackling, absolutely cackling in the store. So I'm glad I could bring joy to myself while I'm doing my commentary. But effing Rupert, buying a soccer team, employing Nate, and I'm sure they're going to be like an evil team. Like, you remember like the Mighty Ducks, and I forget who the opponent was, but like they were like in dark uniforms and they were always like the evil team. Like, that's how I kind of picture West Ham, is just like, I don't know, like Nate in his like dark suit with like the gray hair and like, or like the black warm-ups or whatever it is. Like, I just picture them like Darth Vader, but like not the chosen one. That analogy doesn't work, but they're evil. Maybe, I don't know. I want more sassy. Like, I enjoy that woman so much. Her being in Rebecca's life, her being in Keely's life, her being in Ted's life, her being in my life. I want that woman as my best friend. And like even Nora, like she's a hoot. Rebecca's mom, I thought was like going to be just like just a dumb one-off character. I love that woman. She rickrolled all of us like 3 times. Okay, guys, I'm really excited to get into this season. I'm really sad to get into this season, especially if it is in fact the last one that we'll have. I want to cherish every moment, but I want to try to watch all of these before episode 12 comes out, because I don't want any spoilers. I don't want to know how anything ended. So, guys, let's get into it. Who's flying in? His family?
Final boarding call for Flight 822 to Kansas City. Final boarding for Flight 822.
To Kansas? Okay.
Passenger Lasso. Please.
Oh.
Ticket desk.
Oh.
We gotta roll. Come on. Let's go. Your mom sent you a text.
Fake out.
I once held an entire flight to Sydney hostage until I finished the final level of Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
Feels like a potentially troublesome sentence to say in this setting, but hey, I appreciate you.
Hello, Henry. It's nice to see you again.
He flew to London by himself? That's amazing.
Uh-huh. How many Australians you got on the team?
9.
Oh, rugby. What a game. It's like American football and sumo wrestling gave birth to a baby with huge muscular thighs all caked in mud, you know?
Okay, Ted, I need to go.
Okay. Talk to you later, Doc.
Goodbye, Ted.
I would love if she was with West Ham and she was helping Nate, but I don't think that's the case. Oh!
You finally got off.
Not yet, I didn't.
Good for you, Doc. Good for you. I'm happy you got 6 weeks with Henry, but that's so sad.
Bloody hell!
What?
All of them! All of them have us finishing last this season.
It's really rather annoying, isn't it?
Every sports blogging loser writing in his mother's basement.
It's just because you just got promoted.
That stereotype really isn't true anymore. For example, our 10-year-old Terry started writing a sports blog in our kitchen, which we now call his home office, for tax purposes.
Right, well, I apologise for the generalisation. Where does your son have us finishing? I have a very important lunch meeting with one Miss Keeley-Jones for some much-needed girl talk.
Hey, Tom, we
Yay!
said howdy and... Yo.
Oh, well.
You say yo?
Yeah, I know, it just popped out.
Oh, no, I'm not judging. No, I love that. I just want to make sure I heard it right.
Yeah.
I feel like
New sign.
the 4-4-2, which is
4 defenders, 4 in the midfield, and 2 up front. Yeah, I got it.
Wow.
God, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, Henry and I played a whole bunch of FIFA while he was here. Very helpful. You know, we both learned who Maradona was, and I had to explain to my son why cocaine is actually bad for you.
Oop.
To make melodies for MCs, motivation to break some everlasting. I can go on for days and days.
Is he just ignoring people now? That's the way we're going to start with Nate, really?
Why don't you step into my office? Yeah?
What a nice little getup you got going on there.
It's like a real office.
Yeah.
up there. People typing and being awkward and everything. Bit of corporate real estate scuttlebutt.
So, the previous tenants...
She
they
just
had
threw
to
it
pay the
down.
lease because the boss kept getting caught pinching his employees' butts all the time.
Oh,
Well,
that'd do it.
one man's growth is another woman's gain.
It does explain why my office comes with fun features like this. Look, watch.
Oh, fun.
Yikes. But also quite cool.
Oh.
Hey, it's all right.
I'm so busy, I literally have to make time in my schedule to sit at my desk and cry.
Oh, God.
And now I'm double booked.
Oh. I'm glad Rebecca's there.
This segment of today's training is now complete. I need everyone to go hop on the bus. We're taking practice on the road. And last one in the parking lot has to eat a little bug. Everyone run except Roy. Let's go!
He just does his Roy walk.
Crying is the best, isn't it? It's like an orgasm for the soul.
Ooh.
You know, in the last 3 years married to Rupert, I don't think I cried once.
Oh, I'm really sorry again about your blouse.
What are you talking about?
I love that.
Boy,
I mean, back then, I wanted to destroy everything Rupert loved and owned and coveted. But the me now doesn't feel the need to destroy Rupert's life. No, the now me just wants to beat him. To win.
I love it.
That's growth, right?
sure.
Everyone, this is the dum-dum line. This is where dum-dums go. Stay. You, go in for the dum-dum. Try not to join him on the line. Go.
Are you happy with yourself, Nate? God.
Can you believe they picked to finish 20th?
Well, yeah, because there's no 21st.
Oh, I hope you got some more zingers like that in your back pocket for the presser today.
I might.
If Rupert likes you, you're like the layer of shit underneath of shit.
The car is being removed from the lot as we speak.
Ah.
Is he giving him a new car?
Security thinks one of the new cleaners must have parked in the Prestige lot
Oh,
by accident.
no.
Yes.
Just want to have a look. Yes, that's my car. Sorry.
I thought Rupert was going to be nice and get him a new car.
I know you'll make me proud. I believe in you.
Thank you, Mr. Rupert. Just Rupert. Plain Rupert. Rupert.
He's wanted to hear that for such a long time.
Ah, right. Well, I'll go and smoke some toad venom while I'm waiting. That whole day's not a waste. Cheers.
Okay.
And then drive later.
You gonna be okay to drive us back?
He'll be fine in 20 minutes. He'll be forever changed. But he can drive, yeah.
Okay, well.
Okay, good. All right, fellas.
How does
follow me.
Beard know that, by the way? Jane's influence? After the tea incident?
All right. Come on, fellas. Here we are. This is the spot here.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
What are they
Okay.
doing?
Here we go, guys. Yeah, we're going down here.
No.
Go ahead.
Sam, you are so brave.
Is that Roy Kent? Dunno. Roy Kent! Is that you? Get fucked! Yeah, that's good.
That's not gonna look good. What are they doing?
Why are you dressed like an umlaut?
Keely tears.
I've had this dry clean now 6 times. I can't believe she wears stuff like this on her eyes.
Oh, I love that Higgins was there for her too.
How are you and the lads getting on?
Yeah, really great.
Oh, you're a
getting
dick
know
to them.
Excuse me a second.
Spit, and then you'll be fine. Yeah.
What's overwhelming is the confusion I feel when someone so intelligent looking asks such a stupid question.
Oh, God.
All we gotta do is remember to stay connected to one another and let anything we don't need flow right through. Where's it go, Ivor?
Processed through a treatment plant and dumped back into the ocean, where we swim and get our seafood.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah.
All right, y'all get it? Yes, okay, let's get upstairs and get some fresh air.
No sudden movements near the bus driver.
Oh, the picture of them going into the sewer.
Yeah, well, it makes sense to me. Probably have to train in a sewer because their coach is so shitty.
You see what they said about us? Check this out. Look. What up?
Let it bring you together and make you angry.
I better say something.
Hey, lads.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, it's just poopy. Let it flow.
Poopy. Just poopy. Just poopy.
All right.
I'm gonna start saying poopy that way. Poopy. But she's not gonna like being embarrassed like that.
Rupert is laughing at me, Ted. And I am begging you, fight back.
Yeah, Sarah.
Oh, boy.
Hey, I like the new hair color.
Thank you.
You do it just for fun, or are you going through a breakup?
Both.
Yep, I get it. And my hopes are as high as a giraffe's top hat. Next question. And if it is, why is a giraffe wearing a top hat? Don't ask me, man. Go ask a giraffe.
Oh,
Yeah,
he lowered his hand.
Mark Adebayo, The Independent.
Congrats on the new gig.
Do you have any response to the comments made earlier today by your former assistant coach, Nathan Shelley?
What are you gonna say, Ted? You're not mean.
Yes, I do. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, he came and got us, didn't he? No doubt about that. Hey, but that's Nate the Great for you. I mean, he's a junkyard dog, man. And smart. They're real lucky to have him over there at West Ham. I wish him the best of luck.
Kill him with kindness.
I
guess I'm a little surprised that's all you could come up with. You know, not one joke about me being a dumb American. Come on, man. Sitting there. I mean, I'm so dumb.
Bet.
Y'all supposed to say, how dumb are you? I mean, I'm so dumb. How dumb are you? Yeah, all right, well, you know. Well, whenever I text someone over here about money, I still spell pounds LBS. Look, man, I'm not a great coach. You know, I've been doing this sport now for 3 years, and I still get a chuckle every time someone talks about a handball violation. And not one crack about my appearance? About this mustache? I look like Ned Flanders is doing cosplay as Ned Flanders. I'm more corny than Kevin Costner's outfield.
It's an American joke. I get it.
On that one. Yeah.
Yep. I got it though.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come.
I mean, I'm so crazy. I'm crazy. There we go.
He's so charming. It's wonderful. Ha ha ha. Suck it, Nate. In the nicest, kindest, most empathetic way that I could possibly say that.
I have a package for you.
Oh, thank you.
Is it car keys?
I don't know if I should open it in front of you or wait for you to leave.
It's a car.
A great surprise. What is that symbol? Is that a Bentley? I don't know cars. I don't know fancy those cars. What is that? Uh-oh. Time for the talk. Is that a new actress playing Phoebe? I can't tell. Kids age like so quickly.
Either you think I did something very good, or you guys did something very bad.
It's definitely her.
Your Uncle Roy and I have something we need to tell you.
Oh, not the talk. They broke up.
We're going on a break.
Why are you breaking up?
We're too busy.
How so?
Kelly's got her own company now, so...
So, one of my core beliefs is that nothing lasts forever.
That's what I said, but she shouldn't be saying that.
We should probably go. Or the ice creams are really doing a number on my tummy.
Old soul on that little body.
That's great, but why is Nate off to the side?
Oh, well, remember, he's not part of the team anymore, yeah?
Yeah, but you can still be friends, right?
You know what? You're right, buddy. Here, fix that for you right now. Yeah. There you go.
Sad that I thought that was Dr. Fieldstone the entire time, not Nate.
And do you understand why I'm still here?
Of course, to win the whole thing.
Well, now, don't forget, winning ain't everything.
Yeah, Dad, but you gotta try, right?
Yeah, you do.
No, you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
We always have to try. What is that?
Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. Jake gave it to me.
Oh, snap. Well, that is cool.
Who's Jake?
Who's Jake?
Mommy's friend.
Ooh.
See, it lights up.
Great.
Oh, that is definitely gonna mess with his mind.
Anna had an idea. Maybe we could all have a picnic together in the conference room?
I can't make it.
I didn't tell you when it was.
I know.
Barbara. We could get to know each other a little, maybe loosen things up around here.
Well, I've worked with this lot before, and yeah, this is as loose as they get.
Oh, bummer. Dang. Oh, he's not loose at all.
We'll see about that, Babs.
Oh, no, we don't.
Yep, I felt that as soon as I said it. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Nope, she tried.
What wouldn't she do?
Good morning, Vietnam!
Oh.
Hey, look who's here. Hi, Kelly.
Hello, Ted. Trent Krim, are you kidding me? You know, they got a big old Ziploc bag full of your hair ties down at the Lost and Found. You should pop on down, if you still want them.
Thank you. Mr. Krim has requested to follow the club this year.
Yes, please.
He wants to write a book about us.
Yes, please.
We thought you should have the final decision.
Oh, okay. I mean, geez, you know, like, whew. Sure, what the heck? Why not?
Oh, God.
Trent, welcome.
Holy shit. Oh. Zava is leaving Juventus.
Whoa!
What
Those
about
are
their
a bunch
kids?
of words.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what any of those things meant. I thought it was like Greek mythology or something. I was just lost. I just went with that. Sorry.
I was in the same boat.
Apparently everyone who can afford him. Chelsea, Arsenal, United, West Ham.
I say let's just go for it. I mean, maybe he's a handful, but who doesn't love a handful?
If you're talking Skittles, though, no, thank you. No, the dye melts and it gets all over your fingers, makes them all sticky. And that, you could print.
I'm interested to see what Trent is going to pick up out of all this.
Simply because the team your ex-husband owns wants him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Love that.
Cutthroat. I love it, Rebecca.
Keely and Roy have broken up.
What? Who told you that?
Kinesics. Study of body language. No eye contact. Keely's crossed arms. Roy's clenched arse. It's science.
I don't want them to break up. Are you gonna go talk to Keely or Roy? He's gonna go talk to Roy. I love that. Oh.
Kid, what the fuck are you doing? I was going to hug you.
You came at me too fast.
Jesus, sorry. Well, how skittish elderly people could be because of the war. Come on, man. I was just trying to comfort you.
Well, I don't want comfort. So don't you say a fucking word, you hear me?
Fine, I won't. Don't you say a fucking word about it either, William.
No, I won't.
What would you think if we signed Zava? Oh, that's good, right?
Zava?
Yeah. Okay. Second question. Who is Zava? Now, why you got me watching the Veggie Dog Vigilante here?
Oh!
Because that's Zava.
I like him.
Well, shoot, I didn't even know this fella played football. Hey, I said football without even thinking about it. Boy, that book really works. Okay, is this about us getting Zava?
Oh. I just wished for that 30 seconds ago.
Oh, good for you, Danny. Oh, they're probably not gonna get Zava.
What were you so upset about? Is it because Trent Krim's writing a book about us?
What? Trent Krim's writing a book about Zava joining our team.
No.
No, he's just coming here to write a book about the team.
Zava's writing a book about us.
No.
Trent Krim.
Why would Zava write a book about Trent Krim?
Oh, these guys.
Then, what were you so worked up about?
Roy and Keely broke up.
No.
Whoa. Wait. Sorry, no, I'm okay. Got a little lightheaded there, yeah.
Fuck's going on?
What? No, hey.
I need you to run to my apartment, go into my desk, and grab my CD called Ted's Breakup Mix, okay?
Got it.
What's a CD? Oh, boy. On it.
Oh,
hey,
boy.
Coach, you don't need my keys. I got a set. Right.
Oh. What's the CD? Will, I love you.
I broke up with her.
Beard.
This day can't get any worse. Listen up!
Okay.
No one says a fucking word around this prick unless they want my forehead through their fucking skull!
Why? What'd he do? Because he'd read about the breakup?
But until then, welcome Trent.
Why is Phil smiling like that in the background?
Woo!
I mean, fuck off, Trent Cream.
Oh God, no, Danny. Baby goat in a club. I would go to that club.
Okay. Now the lamb chugs a Kopka Mini and poof.
Oh, is it a lamb, not a goat? Who cares?
I thought you were meant to be on some 3-day spiritual camping retreat.
I am. I'm not sleeping out there.
Far too many stars. I keep thinking they were staring at me, you know. Wow. Your psychic has actually agreed to let me pay her a lot of money to speak with her. Amazing.
No, weird.
Well, no, she's considering it. Just a minute. There's a group of people gathering outside for scream therapy, which is my favourite bit.
Zava is signing with Chelsea.
Good.
Why is that good news?
Because he's not signing with West
Ham.
Ham. He came right out and said, I will not sign with West Ham.
Oh, great. Now you've jinxed it.
But I...
No, it's too late. Jinxed it.
But I do...
That's not how it works, Rebecca.
Well done.
Oh.
Looking good out there today.
They're afraid of Roy. I'm happy to get more of Trent Krim, though. Oh boy, here we go. Oh. So much fuzzy cheer and happiness over there for him. There's a lot of fish in the sea.
It's going very well, actually. I'm just getting settled. Yes. Yeah, everyone's been very welcoming. Yeah. No, I can hear that that noise too. I'm not sure if that's... Is that me or you? Jim, bear with me 1 moment. I'll take this outside. Yeah, maybe you could just give me a chance.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Roy is very consistent.
No, what source?
A friend of my wife knows an agent whose masseuse moonlights as an airline steward on private jets. Now, she wasn't working today, but her co-worker, who can read lips, he saw Zava mouth the word Chelsea a lot.
God, I wish I could read lips.
It's gonna be West Ham.
Hello, Roy. Welcome back.
How you doing, mate?
Heard the news. I broke up with her. Why? I mean, you guys were perfect together. Fucking Bruce.
Oh, come on, Roy.
Now that's a lovely moment. Chelsea's fans letting their former
They don't
captain
make him like
Kemp
Roy
know
anymore.
How they still feel about it.
Oh, good job, Roy.
Demi, it's Zava. So what, man? My heart is racing. I haven't been this nervous to play in front of someone since I was in El Chapo's youth league.
Oh, God.
Listen, will you pull yourself together?
I want to see Zava play now. Oh, no.
I knew it. Would you please go and find out as much as you can from your vast network of lip-reading massage therapists?
That sucks. He probably is going to get Zava. I think we all thought he was going to get Zava.
Right, so every time we're going past the halfway line, they just...
Trent, hold on a second.
Yeah,
Roy,
okay.
I'll speak with you.
Hey, look, man, I don't know what your beef is with Trent,
But I'm gonna need you to order off the vegan menu right now and squash it. Because your ego is about to sabotage a whole lot more than a silly football match.
Wow.
You feel me?
Good job, Ted.
Crib!
Oh, God. A word in private with Roy Kent. Sounds terrifying.
It's actually quite funny when he yells over people, isn't it?
Did he save an article?
Newcomer Roy Kent is an overhyped, so-called prodigy whose unbridled rage and mediocre talent rendered his Premier League debut a profound disappointment. You know who wrote that?
Well, yeah. Got a good idea.
I was 17 years old. This fucking wrecked me.
All I really did was look for the worst in people. I'm sorry.
Sounds like Nate.
Is it all right?
Is it?
Give me that. Oi. You can talk around this brick now.
I just got off the phone with my son's karate teacher, who used to date the woman who ran Zava's avocado farm.
Would you please get on with it?
He might be going to West Ham.
Yeah, duh. You go get Zava then, Rebecca.
You know what?
Yeah.
Rupert can sweet talk Zava into joining his club, and so can I.
Yes!
Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry. Excuse me.
I love that. I don't know if it'll work, but I love it. I love the confidence.
Ah, Zava. Let me introduce Rebecca Welton, my ex-wife.
An owner
And
of
the owner
AFC
of
Richmond. Yeah.
Of course. See you soon. Can't wait.
Damn it.
You know, Rupert, I was a little bit surprised when you bought West Ham. I always thought that Richmond was your one true love.
Yeah.
Well, guess I'm just like any man. Just get bored with the same old, same old.
Oh my God, I fucking hate him. I hope that's motivation to go get Zava. I was almost gonna say Zaza because I was watching her hips. I was like, Zaza. Oh, he's peeing.
You are such
With
a
his hands
fucking
behind him.
chicken shit. And you'll never have to wonder if you're still as good as you tell everyone you are. But you and I know that you're not. You're overrated. You're overpaid. And you eat too much fucking asparagus.
That's awful.
Obi Sanya's gonna have a go!
Oh!
It's in off the
Oh,
face of
Danny's
Rama.
face!
Absolutely brilliant! In the blink of an eye, would you believe it?
I love it.
My face got a goal! My face got a goal!
It's not a header, it's a facer.
Hey, you think Zava's all? Don't be a dick, man.
How'd it go?
Did you sweet talk him?
What's the opposite of that?
Sour yell.
Yeah, I did that.
Sweet talk or a sour yell.
The newest member of Chelsea Football Club, Zava.
Good job, Rebecca. You didn't get Zava, but neither did Rupert. Unless he walks away right now.
I have changed my mind. Zava will not play for Chelsea. Zava will play for Richmond.
What?
May I keep the pen?
Is he shaking his hand? I didn't think it was gonna work.
We've got Zava!
Beard's scream is just amazing. Is Jamie gonna be okay with that?
Fans are not gonna like this.
Just let it go.
Can't. Jean and I are going to go see her friend's immersive theater show about the menstrual cycle.
Oh. Well, thanks.
All right, well, I hope you're not late. Please tell Jan I said hello.
I would, but she still
Excellent
finds
joke.
our relationship threatening. Night, guys.
Okay. Screw you, Jane.
There's a part of me that maybe I should have stayed.
Mm.
Just fucking enjoyed myself. But that is not who I am,
Nope.
I guess.
Not yet.
Oh.
But hey, if you wouldn't have left Chelsea when you did, we probably never would have met.
Sport. It's quite the metaphor.
Yeah. It also makes for a heck of a nickname.
Night, Ted.
Good night, sport.
I feel like Ted's gonna leave at the end of the season and he's gonna go back home. I just kind of get that. I definitely think him just having that conversation with Roy. It's almost like Roy went back home to Chelsea, and I feel like Ted's gonna want to go back home, which I think is great. I think he should. Not because his wife might have moved on with I already forgot his name. Hopefully he's not important whatsoever. But his wife already moved on. He had to leave his son behind. He just got to spend 6 weeks with his son. Obviously that's incredibly sad and mildly depressing for Ted. And he calls Sharon and is at least utilizing his therapist when it is necessary, and he should be doing so. But yeah, I get the feeling that Ted's gonna have to go back to Kansas. But I do love how Beard is totally embracing not only football, but gets excited about certain players. I felt like that was kind of a really cool thing. Like he really wants to be a good coach and he really wants to be knowledgeable about the sport, especially because they relied so much on Nate to kind of know those things and help them out. And I think Beard is doing a good job educating himself. That's fantastic. I do love every response that he had was a high-pitched scream. Finding out that Keely and Roy broke up. He's like, "Wah!" And then Zava, "Wah!" I love it. I love it. I don't love his and Jane's relationship, and the fact that she's threatened by Ted is just really weird. Really weird. I love that we get Trent Krim around and not just being a nosy reporter, but wanting to write a book about the team. Do I think it's all going to be highlights and good feelings? Probably not, because it's Trent. He's quite a good writer, so I feel like he will reveal truths and he will reveal probably a lot of beauty, especially about the team and them coming together and just letting the poopy flow. The poopy. I was just I don't know where this lesson is coming from in the sewer, but please get to it because it's weird. And I didn't really jive with flowing from one person to the next, but I do like taking somebody's strength and utilizing it and kind of taking that trait on yourself. I think that's fantastic because if you could have a little bit of Danny when you're feeling down, or a little bit of Isaac when you're feeling weak, or, a little bit of Jamie when you're feeling supercharged, and, a little bit of Roy when you want to feel bulletproof, even though he's not bulletproof. But I think that's a great way to make a team gel together. Now, Zava is going to throw that all off. I really don't want him to come to Richmond. I feel like that's going to throw the chemistry of the team off completely. Especially because you saw Jamie, who's just like, big deal. Like I don't care. And he didn't even seem like jealous. He just kind of seemed like almost like indifferent, or it's just like he's just another guy that plays football. And I think that tells you like where Jamie's at mentally in his game, is that like he doesn't think somebody's better than him. And that's great because he's not being cocky about it. I do love after Isaac figured out that Keely and Roy broke up, that like Jamie, like I was like, please don't go to Keely. And then when he turned and he went into the boot room and was talking to Roy, I was like, this is like the one friendship that like from the beginning I never would have expected, and I love it. And like Roy is very resistant to it. He is not in a place emotionally to share with people sometimes. And Jamie's being a great friend. Like he was very concerned about his friend. And then poor Will. Why is Will always in the boot room? That kid's gonna be traumatized. And he really wanted to stress that he was the one that broke up with Keely. And I feel like maybe needs were being met, Phoebe was spot on when she's like, when two people like have a career change and it's that extreme, sometimes you just don't have the time to commit to a relationship and put that time and energy into it. It doesn't mean that you don't care about the other person. But when you're both doing it and you're both not meeting each other's needs, no matter how hard you're trying or you want to, there's this thing that takes precedent over it. That's hard. Is it for forever? I don't know. I'm kind of one of those believers that not everything is meant to be for forever. And I can't quantify forever anyway. But it's smart of Phoebe to have said that, but then also it's kind of sad because she's so young. Like she should, it's very realistic, but I also feel like it kind of takes away a little bit of like the ability to dream. Just a little. But as always, she is just the wise old woman in such a young little body. I love that little girl. I love her so much. I was like, is that a new actress? Kids, like, they age differently than adults. Their bone structure changes, and like their voices change, and like the shapes of their heads, like everything like is just different. I was like, please be the same little girl. It completely is. I adore her. I don't know if Henry is the same or not. I have no idea. I do love that when Henry is speaking, that like he has little Lasso-isms that come out. I thought that was really cute because it just like shows that like his dad, like is definitely he's picking up a lot of his dad's personality traits and a lot of his little quirks. I think that's adorable. I don't know if it's just because he spent 6 weeks with his dad and like he wouldn't in the future, but like let's not worry about that right now, because that's sad and that makes me want to cry. Rebecca and Keely having like their friendship, and Keely, the fact that like there were the tears that were both on Rebecca and on Higgins. Like I love that like she still is like going to them for support and love and friendship and talks, especially Higgins. I think I'd go to like Higgins for a lot of advice. But like I just love Rebecca and Keely's relationship so much. Like they have such a great bond. I don't know about this new girl. I've already forgotten her name. Shandy? Yeah, it's like a summer drink or something. I don't know if she'll be prominent or not. I feel like when we go over to Keely's office, her and the CFO Barbara's hard as nails. But I don't know how I feel about having a whole storyline where Keely is somewhere else. I feel like it like spreads it out even further and expands the world, which is fine, but I would like to concentrate on the characters that we know and love. But I digress. That would mean that we wouldn't be developing Keely's characters, so I have to be okay with it. But seeing Keely like having like a time where she has to like schedule to cry, she doesn't have time for Roy either. So I think it's actually really smart that they're not together. But I'm excited for her to be running her own business. I do feel like Shandy's not going to be a great influence. Like she wanted to get like mimosas on the company credit card. Like that money comes from somewhere, Shandy. Yikes. All right, let's talk about the Nate of it all. So obviously I'm not okay with Nate talking shit about Ted. That does not sit well with me whatsoever. Talking shit about Ted and talking about shit and Ted. Like that's the thing is this like Nate likes to pick at those little things and exploit weaknesses and like the dum line and then him ignoring people that are like good morning Coach Shelley, and he just ignores them like and now he's got that car from Rupert of all people. Ugh, I hate Rupert. Nobody likes Rupert. The only person that likes Rupert is Rupert. And I don't even think Rupert likes Rupert that much. I don't know. I want to, and I know that they have to have him really go to the dark side. Like he's really got to break bad in order for him to turn and come back, and him having to do the spitting thing. Like he was already having a hard time. I do love that he was being so mean and he was being just very spiteful and rude, and he just like wanted the reporters to like laugh at his jokes, and it was just really pathetic. But I love Ted's response, and I love that Keeley like sends Rebecca the message was like spot on, letting Ted be Ted. And he's so good at being that guy that gets like people engaged with him and like wants to talk with him and joke around with him and gets like he got them to finally do like the jokes and be involved and was riffing and like it's just like such great chemistry when that stuff happens, and he has such a good time and he's such a good guy about that. And I love one that it really bothered Nate because he didn't make Ted become somebody that Ted isn't. Ted isn't mean, and he's not rude, and he's not crass, and he doesn't, try to bring somebody else down. He's never been that guy. And it would have been very easy to just be like, well, Nate's a traitor. Even just like throwing that out would be like an easy thing to say, but it's not Ted. And I love that Ted will not let somebody change who he is because of how they are treating him. His response was beautiful. But I do like that we saw a little bit of shift in Ted when he realized that Roy was sabotaging the team by not letting them talk in front of Trent. And that, him and Trent were able to squash a thing that a chip that Roy had on his shoulder about Trent. And I like Trent as a character. Like he's just like one of those people that is just like he's not particularly like funny or charming, but like he's like that intelligent guy that like says things like how he spoke to Rebecca about Zava and getting back at Rupert and everything. Like he just has a beautiful poetic way of saying something where you're like, this guy gets it. This guy gets it. I love that Ted had that conversation and was like, Roy, stop, squash it. Like, you got to fix this. And then went into a little bit of a Hallmark Channel rant. But it's very unlike Ted to be that way and to really just be like, okay, I got to put my foot down. But the fact that Roy respects him, and when Ted asks him to do something, Roy doesn't like get defensive, and he doesn't like just be like, what do you mean me? Like Nate probably would have pitched a fit. And instead, Roy was like, "Oh, I see what I did. I gotta own this. I have to stop it. I have to squash it, literally." And yeah, I'm proud of Ted. I'm proud of Roy, and I'm proud of Trent. Okay, guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to these episodes, they will be available on my Patreon, as well as a couple episodes early. I'm going to try to do 2 every episode because they are getting longer and longer and harder to edit. Thankfully, these weren't overly emotional because the emotional ones definitely pack a wallop when you are editing them. So in the meantime, guys, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. How did you feel about Nate? Somebody, after I said that I watched the season 2 finale, they sent me a picture of a t-shirt that like had like Ted, Beard, Roy, Keeley, Rebecca, and then at the bottom it had Nate with a line through it. And I was like, oh, everyone hates Nate, I see. I refuse to just outright hate somebody. There's a good guy in there somewhere, but in the meantime, I'll enjoy not liking him just as much as everyone else probably doesn't like him. But really, how do you guys feel about Nate? Light up the comments. I'm sure everyone has something to say. And but I mean, I'm not upset about the breakup. I kind of saw it coming. Like I said, I don't think it's for forever. And even if it was, you know, they were a great influence in each other's lives and they ended on good terms and they are still good people. So I'm not too worried about their futures. But how did you feel? Like, I think a lot of people probably would have been sad because a lot of people loved Roy and Keeley. I'm either way, I'm fine as long as they're happy. I love them equally. But guys, I am going to try, I don't want to say rush through this season, but I'm going to try to watch as many episodes as I possibly can in the next coming days so nothing gets spoiled for me. So when I watch the last episode, it would be the same time you guys have watched the last episode. So come back here for some future episodes. If you're watching this now on YouTube, you could be watching the next episodes on Patreon. Head over there if you want to watch that. Okay, guys. Till the next ones, I'll see ya.